Hello, I was just wanting to make a second video because I probably seemed like I was half-assed tired. I know I look like I'm tired. It comes with the disease and everything else of being tired after you have a seizure, but that's besides the point. Back to what I was saying about the shot was that it's hard to know what's out there if you don't research it. And there's a lot of places where you could research, like the CDC, you got the WebMD, and like there's like a Lilly or something like that. It's another medical journal or something. There's all kinds of medical journals. And just looking at all of this, it just makes me somewhat angry because, look, if they want to do some research, what's stopping people? What was the question I said? I put a question here someplace. Oh, bear with me. I know it's here. It was something along the lines of how can you do research when it's easy for a company to just basically grind it up and say, whoops, wrong papers. I just kind of fell apart at that, and I'm still wondering if there's a study about this. I'm going to see if I can try and find it, but no guarantees, because if the public is being like one mass, large scale, if you will, for a testing, wouldn't you have done this before? Like I said to the cop, if you lie once during a relationship or whatever, you lie at the beginning, then you're most likely going to lie later in a relationship. And, hang on, it's in here. I don't want statistics. Studies research. Let's go with that. How's that? HPV vaccine clinical research. Let's try that one. Let's see. I was also going to say is that what would it prove? If this vaccine actually has all these people in turmoil. The one video I was watching is like, I think it was made in 2009 on YouTube, that there was like 6.2% that had serious injuries or something to do with Gardasil that included death, total paralysis, and there was another one. Then there was like 93.8% that had non-serious, as they record it, non-serious injuries, which would include like the things like the headaches and some weakness and vomiting, fatigue and dizziness. Those would be like a non-fatal or a non-serious disease. But there was this one girl who just fell down after she had her shots. I think she was like 14. Okay. This probably won't help me. About this study. Well, that's not going to get me nowhere. sometimes you have to look for a while to find the actual study. Because the one I was just on, you like put your first and last name in there and your age and whatnot, and they have a doctor there, and they had a phone number below that name, and some of the information I already have below those, and clinical connection. But if I find this, it probably won't be totally there. But it's just completely wrong. I can understand if you had like some cervical cancer or something and you wanted to protect your kids. That's fine and dandy, but how are you going to protect them from themselves? Literally and basically, because, well, I'm not going to find it. Sorry, y'all. I tried. But, basically what I mean by that is, how are you going to protect them from themselves? Because it's the question of you're being lied to as well. So therefore you're lying to your children, and it doesn't help when some people don't look and research the information and everything before they get the shot or whatever it was. And there was this one lady in the video, when her doctor told her about the vaccine when she was in there, she jumped at the chance to get it. Well, lady, it didn't say what kind of problem she had. She just jumped at the chance to get the shot. And, well, with me, I'm used to being with round needles and things like that. There's some people where I've pretty much go on a first name basis because I've been in the hospitals half my life. If it's not for my appointments, it's with mom or whoever's appointments. And it's just so different. It's, you know, there's not really anybody speaking out about some of this crap. You know, it just, for some people, just hits you when you look at this. Sorry, I want to yawn. Excuse me. It's been a long few days this week. I work at the library and I finally got my back cracked. But, it's just so awkward. I really hate about how people don't want to speak their mind. Well, I guess, of course, it's probably just me. Because, well, some people still think today that girls should be in the kitchen. Well, I have a problem with that. I'm kind of the girl who wants to be outside and wants to work on cars and roll in the mud and whatever. I just kind of had an awkward moment. I'm sorry. I get off topic easily because of how situations tie into other situations, and yeah. But anyway, it's just really bad. I really do not want to get it, but I'll see what my fiance says, and then I'll go from there. But I have a few things to do, and I just hang on, let me cross some of this stuff off. I do a list. Yes, I know, I have a list. Stuff when I don't get to make the phone calls I want. But, it's just so awkward because I have to defend my way of life. Well, as this whole country does. But for an example of defending our way of life, that, let's just say, the Vietnam War. That's a really good example. When our brave soldiers got back, they was always calling them baby killer and stuff like that. You should be proud that they defended your country. You should be proud that they were protecting your way of life. Then it also goes to show that how far would you go to defend your country, and when is a just war? That's just pretty much it. When is everything so just? Because there's always so many moral principles and theologists and stuff like that. And philosophers like Socrates and Thomas Aquinas and Kant. There's just so many different ways to view life. You got the view of act and rule and moral theorists and moral egoism, and it gets so far to understand, where we need to understand people and how they live. And here's an example of that. I'm considered abnormal to normal people, right? Well, with that, I can say my abnormal is normal because technically my abnormal is normal for me because of my disease, so therefore it's kind of awkward to have a normal life. I get bored in a normal pace. I gotta have a fast pace setting. Otherwise, there's times where I fall asleep, literally, because of the seizures and the headaches and everything else. I could fall asleep easily. I literally could. And I gotta have the adrenaline running. You too? What do you want? Chocolate? Come here, you big baby. You're such a big baby. No, they're all big babies. What am I talking about? But anyways, let me try move this here so you guys can see me. I know the sun's probably moving. It's about towards the middle of the day, so. What? You want to be in my video? See, look at that. But I think that's it for today. I think that will be it for today because I want to get some homework done before I go to Brian's house and have to get other things done and packed up. And I always want to thank people for watching my videos. Because, yeah, I know they may seem off topic, but look how much you learn by just researching and putting videos out there about some of this information. And I think that'll be it for today. Thank you.